Justin Bieber is ready to sue this man who's trying to steal his identity. This Justin Bieber imposter was caught performing as Justin, and he even got paid for his performance. So who is this phony?
You're not going to believe this one. Imagine you're at a packed nightclub in Vegas. The lights are flashing, the DJ announces Justin Bieber, and the crowd loses it. Cameras out, screams everywhere, people thinking they're about to witness an A-list surprise. Except, it wasn't Justin Bieber at all. And the fallout from this stunt? It's so wild that Justin himself is now taking legal action.
So his team wanted him to...
Here's what went down. A man named Dylan Descalos, a Justin lookalike who's been obsessed with copying his style, walked straight into the Wynn nightclub in Vegas. He didn't sneak in either. He walked in like he owned the place, carrying himself with that same swagger Justin's famous for. And somehow it worked. Staff actually believed they were hosting Bieber himself. Once Dylan hit the stage, the madness started. He grabbed the mic and began performing Justin's hit Sorry. The crowd ate it up, phones in the air, everyone screaming lyrics back at him like it was the real deal. The DJ, Griffin, was even hyping him up like he was performing alongside the actual Justin Bieber.
And I love how the whole crowd is convinced. I mean, honestly, if I was in Vegas and drinking like this, I would probably be convinced too. And the vocals, I guess the vocals are easy to mimic.
We gotta talk. That was actually insane. Complete fake. No way. I swear on my life.
I literally thought, like, so it kind of felt, I was like, damn, he like put on a lot of weight since the album dropped.
But here's where it gets messy. Clips started spreading online, millions of views within hours, and fans quickly noticed something was off. Dylan doesn't just look like Justin, he tries way too hard to be him. The tattoos, the mannerisms, even the outfits, it was all a copy and paste job. And when people realized the truth, the internet exploded with anger.
Somebody got fired today. Probably a lot more people are gonna get fired today. The Wynn is not happy with what happened. A lot of money was copped yesterday. A lot of people were falsely advertised that Justin Bieber was gonna be there, so there was a lot of money spent on tables based off that. The crazy part is, you know that man did not look like Justin Bieber. Hello, but no.
The Wynn was blindsided too. They thought they were promoting a surprise Bieber appearance, but instead they had booked an impersonator who tricked them into letting him perform. Within 24 hours, Dylan was permanently banned from every Wynn property in Vegas. And that was just the beginning of his problems.
That is, okay. Well, I can't imagine that. I think it's funny that nobody can tell the difference. Like, was the talent the same level? Was the music the same? Why would Justin Bieber be at the outlets? Another person said, how? They look nothing. One person said, why would you want to impersonate that demon? Okay. Similar between them. It seems like this guy has kind of, like, Dylan has transformed himself into Justin Bieber. He's really trying, wow. You know what? A for effort, right? To do that. Okay, am I Justin Bieber now? Alright.
After the Vegas stunt blew up, Dylan leaned into the chaos. Instead of apologizing or backing off, he doubled down. He started calling himself the real Bieber experience, bragging that he could give fans a night just as exciting as Justin, for a fraction of the price. And believe it or not, some clubs actually booked him, hoping to cash in on the viral hype. But here's the thing. The more Dylan pushed this narrative, the angrier Justin's actual team became. This wasn't just a random impersonator singing at karaoke bars anymore. This was someone hijacking Justin's image, performing under his name, and misleading fans who paid money thinking they were getting the real deal. And then came the lawsuits. Justin's lawyers stepped in, sending cease and desist letters, and warning Dylan that what he was doing wasn't just embarrassing, it was illegal. Because here's the truth. Once you profit off someone else's name, likeness, and brand, you've crossed into dangerous territory.
Does anyone else think he looks more and more like Chris Watts? Oh, yeah, I can see it. You really could put Justin, Dylan, Chris all into one category. She acts like a Twitter fan who can't believe she still got him. She's never beating the stalker allegations I fear. Another person added that Haley feels like she has to prove to the world that her man is still attractive because it'll fuel her I have his last name ego. Lately, Justin has been posting a bunch on Instagram, especially with his secret boyfriend. You guys really enjoyed that video, and it seems like Justin and Eddie are closer than ever. Here's another picture of him with his goons, his hippie goons. And here he is golfing. So yeah, Justin Bieber's been pretty active.
Fans, meanwhile, were torn. Some found the whole situation hilarious, calling Dylan a budget Bieber or Wish.com Justin. Others felt genuinely betrayed, pointing out that people were spending their hard-earned money thinking they were seeing the actual star. Comment sections filled with questions like, how far is too far when it comes to impersonation? Is this just a guy chasing clout, or is it straight up fraud? And let's be real. Imagine you show up to an event thinking you're about to see Justin Bieber, only to realize halfway through that it's just Dylan doing his best impression. That's not just disappointing, that's infuriating. What makes this story even crazier is how Dylan reacted once the lawsuits came in. Instead of laying low, he started posting TikToks mocking the situation, saying things like, if Justin's mad, that just means I'm doing it right. He even leaned into the nickname fans gave him, Dollar Store Bieber. At first, some people thought it was funny, but then the mood shifted. Because think about it, this wasn't just an innocent prank anymore. Justin's reputation was on the line. Clubs that hosted Dylan under the impression he was Bieber started facing massive backlash too. Fans were demanding refunds, threatening to sue the venues themselves, and calling out anyone who tried to book him again. At this point, Justin's legal team wasn't just worried about image, they were worried about damage. If Dylan kept this going, fans could lose trust in Justin's brand. And for a superstar who's built his career on a loyal fan base, that's a nightmare scenario. The irony? Dylan didn't see himself as a fraud. He claimed he was an entertainer in his own right, just paying homage to his idol. He even argued that every tribute artist, from Elvis impersonators to Michael Jackson lookalikes, is making money off someone else's image. But here's the difference. Elvis impersonators don't convince casinos they are Elvis. Dylan was stepping into rooms and letting people believe he was the real Justin Bieber. That's what crossed the line. And fans, they're still divided. Some say Justin should just laugh it off, let Dylan embarrass himself online, and move on. Others believe this is serious. Because if one impersonator can trick an entire Vegas nightclub, what's stopping someone else from pulling the same scam? At the end of the day, this saga has raised a bigger question. In the age of viral fame, how much does authenticity really matter? Can clout-chasing imitators build entire careers by copying someone else's identity? Or will the real stars always fight back to protect their legacy? So now, the spotlight's on you. Do you think Dylan went too far by playing Justin Bieber on stage? Or was this just a wild stunt that got blown out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading through them all.